So this is my second video of the series about looking at the Reformation in Europe and libertarianism and the modern view that we have about liberty today. So in France, the Huguenots were dissenters. They did not play the church game or the king game. They worshiped God in their hearts and in their homes, and that incurred wrath from the tyrannical forces on both church and state side. And 10% of the population, or almost 1.5 million, were either expelled or murdered. And the king announced after some years that he had taken care of the Protestant problem in his country. That was early 1700s, and there was a void, and you can imagine also a terrible wound in the nation of France, as the general population, who wasn't particularly loyal to either king or state or church, watched their countrymen murdered, and there was a guilt kind of an aspect, I believe, to that, for what had they done and what had they permitted. The void was filled up by, interestingly, several sources. One was the Enlightenment philosophers, who started musing that you could have freedom, that you should have freedom without either state or God, because they blamed the atrocities of the church on God. These people, many of them came from the Jesuit streams, which is, you would think, is a bit unusual that they would self-criticize to that degree. The other stream was Masonic lodges, which spread up like wildfire around France. And between those two forces, they ended up with a strong stream of libertarian sentiment, which in due time led to a rebellion by the people against the king and against the church, and the French Revolution ensued for some 20 years near the end of the 1700s. Many beheadings, uproar, and the country was seized by these libertarian revolutionists. They also picked up the paradigm that natural law and was an inalienable right that supported their cause, but the God-given portion of that was eliminated. Earlier, John Locke had described in England how God-given inalienable natural rights and laws were the basis of civilization. So I'm going to start another video.